Okay, folks, I just wanted to make a little bitty video here on something that stinks to high heaven of a what would be called a conspiracy now. So here's my conspiracy theory. A few days ago, when we was having the big old winter storm down here in the south, there was a power outage. Apparently, a transformer was shot up in North Carolina. I'm saying apparently because you can't believe nothing they say these days. But Homeland Security here saying it's a attack on the LBGT community, uh, racial and religious minorities, blah 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 blah, and they're saying a far right extremist. Now, first off, what is a far right extremist? All right, this is what they're saying. Far right particular party, uh, ultra nationalist, conservative. I don't think so. Because they're saying the Nazis were doing this. The Nazis, if you look, go ahead and do it. Wikipedia. Nazis was the Workers' Socialist Party. That would put them on the far left. Blowing things up and tearing thing up infrastructure is more what the anti-fascist or Antifa does. This is their MO. But they're trying to blame it on the conservatives. And here's the thing I know for a fact about conservatives. We generally don't like to poop in our own sandbox. Killing the power grid and scaring the general population is not a way to get them on your side. This is a tactic of the left. They want to create a catastrophe to say, "Oh, look what they have done. We need to get rid of some more rights so we can save you." The left is always 100% of the time going to signal what they're going to do by blaming the other side. Here's what the other side's doing, and they go poof, "Oh, look, we're here to save you. We knew it was them. We told you they were going to do it." All right. So the Nazis are left. I don't care what you say. They're not far right. Uh, I mean, they're socialists and communists and stuff like that. So, anyway, NPR, North Carolina attack. Uh, there they are in NBC, North Carolina power stokes fear in rural LGBTQRSPXYZ community. You know what? This is coming out of Merrick Garland, and I just think he's a sodomite. I think that Merrick Garland is a sodomite. And they call me homophobic. Let me tell you something. It's a medical fact. Your rectum is designed to be exit only. Period. When you shove things up in there and you get little tears and fissures, where do you think that doo-doo gets into your blood system? That's right. Plus, it's not logical. Anyway, I'm not going to go into the sodomy rant right now. But what I'm going to do here is say my conspiracy theory is that they're trying to either the far left is trying to stoke fears so when something happens they can blame the right, the orange man bad crowd is going to blame the Trump supporters. So we have to go out, the government has to come out there and save us and take all our rights away because the sodomites are scared. So what I'm saying here is that this stinks of a conspiracy. Now, let me throw another possible scenario. Let's say I'm Putin or Xi Jinping or even what's the guy, Korean guy? I don't think it would be him, but let's say, just hypothetically, Xi Jinping was fixing to invade Taiwan. Just hypothetically. They got lots of hackers in China, just like Russia. I mean, Putin could do the same thing. Let's say their hackers get into our system and start sending traffic back and forth. You know, they log into American servers with a VPN. So they log in and they start transmitting this hate messages back and forth on our local bulletin boards, like, yeah, let's do this, and we're gonna start the civil war. Matter of fact, that's listed in these reports. It's some anonymous people sending messages saying we've got to start a civil war, and this is the way we're going to do it, by attacking the power grid, which makes absolutely no sense at all. You're gonna have to think now, if those foreign actors are putting these transmissions back and forth, and the media is eating it up, then, you know, when something does happen, we're fighting amongst ourselves. So if we're fighting amongst ourselves, Xi Jinping and all them say, okay, the Americans are busy cutting each other's throat, we can do whatever we want now. So that's one theory. The other theory is that the left just want more control and they want to blame the right. The government right now, even Tennessee is supposedly a free state where our representatives are mostly conservatives, but all the state employees are liberals. Very few conservative state employees. The state employees are all run by liberals. So that's the way in Texas too. Nearly all the states, even though the population may be conservative, the workers that work at the Capitol building are all liberals. So anyway, my other theory is that they're just gonna, they see they're on a losing side of a battle here, so they want to do something to create the next catastrophe, the next pandemic. Okay, they already blew their pandemic wad, and it everything's coming out that was a big hoo-ha. So now let's threaten to shut off everybody's power. Okay, here we go. That's what I'm saying, folks. I'd keep an eye on this because it stinks. It stinks like it's another made-up thing, a narrative. They're building a narrative to come after Orange Man bad. You know what? I'll give you this. Donald Trump was a narcissistic asshole, but he did a good job. All right? I mean, he was America's asshole. This actually looks like something our illustrious Department of Justice would dream up. The same people that dreamed up the January 6th thing. The Ray Epps was already caught admitting that he was instigating it. And the whole thing was instigated because they were worried about the senators and the representatives coming forward and objecting to the election counts in several states. So they allowed the protests to come in to disturb it all, and then they could all cry, insurrection, insurrection. Oh my gosh, it's an insurrection. That's got to be the worst insurrection in the history of the world. A bunch of people without guns coming up there, and the only people getting killed was the insurrectionists. So, yeah, this is another steaming pile of horse hooey. And that's what I'm going to post about this. This will probably be banned on YouTube, but I'll put it up on Rumble too.